Hello, I'm Avril Angevine, college teacher, museum guide, and passionate investigator of all things California, especially the exciting art of our state. This summer, I'm going to bring a NorCal perspective to Cal Lutheran's 50 and Better program with a lecture called The Beat and the Hip, San Francisco Art from the 50s to the 70s. Now, NorCal and SoCal have always had a different art tradition, and they still do. In the post-war years, LA, of course, was famous for the development of mid-century modern architecture, such as you see in the fabulous Eames House here in Pacific Palisades. It was the time of the aerospace industry, the development of those big suburbs like Lakewood here, and people were beginning to surf and wear those bushy blonde hairdos. Now, San Francisco had a different vibe, with big new ideas about music, poetry, life, and love, all developing in what was still a fairly small city. This is San Francisco in 1959, and you'll notice the presence of the dreaded Embarcadero Freeway, and there's no Transamerica Pyramid, and certainly no Salesforce Tower. Art, of course, was also in flux, and some uniquely Bay Area artists and styles emerged at the time. San Francisco's all-important Art Institute. Post-war students were engaged in the abstract expressionism that was the first purely American art style, called the New York School because it was developed in New York. And there were lots of abstractionists in the Bay Area. But then, in one of those artistic light bulb moments, the Bay Area figurative style was born when David Park took all his abstract paintings down to the Berkeley dump and returned to depicting the figure in his art because, as he said, art needed to be troublesome, and humans caused a lot more artistic trouble. So basically, he went from this abstract work to this, and everyone was shocked, but he was followed in this rejection of pure abstraction by artists like Richard Diebenkorn, there we go, Elmer Bischoff, Nathan Olvera, and the sculptor Manuel Neri. All of them beatniks, most of whom attended the 20th century's most famous poetry reading at San Francisco's Sixth Gallery on August the 7th, 1955, when Allen Ginsberg first read Howl. The 60s, of course, brought yet another revolution when the hippies arrived wearing flowers in their hair and sometimes very little else. We'll see art in a new register in the work of Joan Brown, Jay DeFeo, Wally Hedrick. Oh, there he is. Oh, Bruce Conner. That's kind of scary. And Jess. These artists moved art forward, paving the way for today's postmodern styles of expression. So I hope you'll join me for this trip back to an exciting time in Bay Area art and culture. I'm sure you'll have questions, and together we'll try and provide answers. And I know we'll have a groovy time on Zoom. Thank you so much.